Perfect. All right, guys. So here we have our Senate VPs running for Senate VP. Would you like to introduce yourselves? Starting with,
Hamza Khilji.
Hi, I'm Salit.
Hi, I'm Max Salit.
and just like we do with everyone else, why are you running for? Yeah, for VP. You can start with Max.
I'm running for Senate Vice President because I feel that Syosset High School has given me so much, whether it be long-lasting relationships, lifelong lessons, and I think that it's my time to give back. Come to every single student government meeting. I've been in student government since 5th grade. It's been a really integral part of my high school experience, and I feel that as Senate VP, I could give back the most to Syosset High School.
Last year, I had the utmost privilege of serving as the junior class secretary, and this position has really provided me with a valuable experience of true leadership, dedication, and has allowed me to be more attentive to junior class's needs. And I have attended many meetings for student government. I'm always there to help out with many school events, and I'm really all about school spirit.
Failure, 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 and failure. 4 times. I've been for the position of president, and I've wanted president so badly, and the next closest thing after all my failures is that I need success, and so I'm running for your student council, Senate VP.
Perfect. All right, so guys, what does the vice president truly mean to you? Like, what do they do? Why the vice president in particular? What makes that different from any other position?
According to Google.com, the vice president takes over for the president when the president is at its last heartbeat. Obviously, that's not going to happen here, so my job is basically to be the best friend of the president and assist in key decisions that he or she may have trouble with.
I agree with Hamza. I think the vice president is supposed to support the president in every endeavor. And also, the vice president has a job of communicating to the public and sharing all the information that's necessary. And just the vice president is very integral to the health of the student body government.
In my opinion, the Vice President is more than just showing up to meetings and keeping the calendar. For any of these Senate positions, whether it be Treasurer, Secretary, Vice President, or President, it's about involvement in school events. So I'm not just talking about student government events, whether it be the dodgeball tournament or Brace Fest. I'm just talking about showing up to things like 7 and 7, Cupcake Wars, any other huge SIOS events. And I think that I've done that thus far in my high school experience.
Okay, so this is a question from our sophomore class actually, and it's how do we integrate social media into student government? We'll start with Sarah.
So a great way to do this is that we're already taking the initiative to start the program where we tweet out like our announcements, morning announcements. And I think that this was a great idea to integrate the media into our student body government and just in our school in general. And this will really allow our students to have more access to school-wide events. And another way, as junior class secretary, we work with the junior class officers to use Facebook to promote various events, and we like to have all the student body members to be very well educated about what's going on in school.
Facebook groups and Twitter have been utilized thus far, but I think near the future, I know that for things like Braves Fest, we've utilized things like GroupMe, which is an app where you can have private messages and really plan, and we can delegate those down to people working on projects in student government. Another social media that we've been trying to utilize is Snapchat. I think everyone's heard of the geotags that you can put on your Snapchats or Snap Stories, and we're working on that for Braves Fest, so we can get a geotag for Braves Fest, so we really get word out that Braves Fest is having the event, and we can do that for other events such as 7 and 7 and whatnot.
The biggest problem with advertising via social media is that most people are hesitant to attend the event because they don't know how many people actually showed up, and they don't want to be the odd man out. Thus, Snapchat would be the ideal form of social media so that we can show them how many people are here. And then, as always, this generation is full of selfies with poster boards. You've got it.
Okay, perfect. This question's from our your fellow junior class members right here. Actually, they wanted to ask you. Given like what happened at junior formal this year, the experience you take away from that. I know all of you guys are avid supporters of actual student government activities. What do you take away from experiences like junior formal? Any problems you had, any successes you have in the future for things like for larger events like Brave Fest this year? We'll start with Max.
So I feel with junior formal, it was a well-planned event. It was well advertised. However, sometimes you cannot get the student body to attend an event, whether it be junior formal that was a failure, or any other event that just doesn't have enough drive from the students. Take for example, Battle of the Bands. That was recently discontinued this year because of lack of attendance. So I think that we need to adapt and see the events that aren't succeeding and maybe change them into something else. So take for example, Battle of the Bands. We've turned that into a totally new thing such as Brace Fest. So I think you can only go so far with changing events. Not changing events, but changing events. Yes, so far as changing events. But at some point we have to create new events that will really draw in the modern population.
I think the main problem here is that we lack school spirit, especially in our junior class. That's what I took away from it. And the events were well advertised, but again, I feel like without any teachers to verify, what's going on, by word of mouth, it spreads, but it doesn't, people have creative imaginations and they don't know what it's going to be like. So I feel like we need to raise school spirit in order to get more attendance at these events.
I agree with Hamza. I actually conducted a recent survey to the student body government, and I just asked them, what do you think about our school spirit? And around 78% from what I calculated said that our school doesn't show any school spirit. And I asked, why do you think this? And they actually told me that it's because of the number of students that actually attend the event. It's the theme of the events, the food that's at the events, and just the spirit and the amount of homework that's given on those days. So if we could fix those and kind of tailor them to be more pleasing for the students, then I think that would make sense.
All right, so all three of you brought up school spirit. So I'm going to go a little bit more personal on this. And, why do you guys have school spirit, and how can we extend that school spirit to other kids in our class? We can start with, we started with you last time. We'll start with Sarah.
So for me, personally, when I came to the school, I was always a bit kind of shaky on just personal image, but I realized that all the students are actually so nice, but we don't have a chance to actually get together and work together and have fun together. And school is an environment where not only is there education, but there's also a social aspect where we all get together and just have fun. And I'm sorry, but.
I'm sorry.
I was the kid who came in and you were like, he's so weird, what's wrong with him? And spirit comes from personality, and I think the biggest job as officers is to spread the spirit instead of trying to force it upon people. And the way you do it is to have events that pertain more to the interests of these people. Basketball is a really big activity going on with a lot of people, so maybe integrating basketball spirit and bringing that in.
I think when it comes to school spirit, I kind of reached the top level. If it was already known, if it was known or not known, I am the school mascot. I attended every playoff football. Actually, I attended every home football game and every playoff football game this season. I'm actually going with the mascot head to the lacrosse, the county finals of Syosset versus Massapequa. Go Braves! And I think a majority of school spirit is just like how you must succeed in student government. It's attendance. Whether it be a sporting event or a charity event, I attend a large portion of them in Syosset, and I would like to continue that in the next year because I truly love Syosset High School.
That's perfect. And just to wrap it up, what do you think your greatest strength is coming into this position? We're going to start with you, Hamza.
My creativity, weirdness, and willingness to put myself out there.
For me, it's just I'm really dedicated to what I love to do. And I definitely really appreciate student government, and I work so hard to actually get the events done and work and collaborate with my fellow officers. And I'm very approachable, and I think that's a good strength to have as an officer.
I think two of my best strengths are pragmatism and my devotion. When it comes to making decisions, I will really consider everyone's ideas before being impulsive and making one decision. And devotion, I really do enjoy my time in student government. This isn't just a college resume builder for me or a power trip. I really love coming to these meetings.
Wow, I think that sums up your three personalities really well. That's it.